Hey, how are you?
I'm good.
You know who you were watching last night in the Super Bowl? You were watching who Lamar Jackson was supposed to be. I mean,
What a take.
Jalen's setting the Eagles up for a nice future. I like the kid.
What a
He's
take.
hard not to like.
What a take. Interesting. That, Lamar was that for a season. He just hasn't finished. He hasn't finished.
Nope.
But yes, Jalen Hurts, when what you're saying, and thanks for the call. What an interesting take that is right there.
I like it.
Do you agree with it?
I kind of do.
I can see where he's coming from.
Well, what he's coming from, I think what he's coming from is...
Also, too, Rich, the Ravens don't have Devontae Smith or A.J. Brown.
Bingo. Bingo.
They have Dallas Goedert. Mark Andrews is one of the top tight ends in the league.
Correct.
They don't have that outside deep threat that we saw that Hurts took advantage of this year.
Steve Smith will tell you, anybody will tell you, well, they're not going to get, like A.J. Brown didn't want to get traded to Baltimore, and Devontae Smith wouldn't want to get drafted to Baltimore because receivers in this offense aren't thrown to in that regard. But Lamar
But that had to do with Greg Roman and the system that they decided to run there.
But Lamar had an MVP season in that system. It happened.
And didn't win a playoff game that year, though,
well,
right?
Is that on Lamar? Is it? I just don't remember the year where he was the MVP and he
I don't
lost.
know. Mahomes, the Chiefs were supposed to be West End this year. Mahomes was MVP and they just won the Super Bowl. So yeah, I mean, it kind of is on Lamar.
And what he's saying is like for a running, throwing quarterback, for a quarterback who's got a deep ball and has, who's got a terrific arm, but also a lethal run game that not only must be respected, but does lead to a passing game to be more open because you have to worry about this guy running on you. And it also opens up the run game to see Hurts perform that way in a Super Bowl at every level where he's joining a list for rushing touchdowns with Terrell Davis and then passing total yards and passer rating with Young and Montana in the same game, that's what the Ravens hope Lamar can be. But Lamar hasn't finished 2 years in a row. And Hurts got hurt in his shoulder, not his legs. And even with that hurt shoulder,
he's throwing bombs.
Oh
last
my
night.
God! And not just deep balls, but accurate.
Yeah, dropping dimes,
deep balls. So, what do you? If you're the Ravens trying to look for a new offensive coordinator, do you just take someone from the Philadelphia mindset and say go to work?
Get them a deep threat, man.
Wouldn't you want to do that? Because what's Philly's doing right now? Don't you think the Ravens can do that?
Seems like
they just need the weapons outside.
Right. They kind of need to change their philosophy from what they've done the last few years. Run, so run heavy.
But so are the Eagles.
Yeah, but the Eagles throw deep. They throw deep. A.J. Brown broke the Eagles' record for receiving yards this year. Like, they throw the deep ball. Devontae Smith, did he have 100 catches? Felt like it.
Devontae Smith last night had a hell of a night.
Also, Rich,
I got this number here. Hold on a second. He's the first player to ever have 100 or more receiving yards in both the college football national championship game and a Super Bowl.
Whoa. Became
the third player in the Eagles franchise history to have 100 or more yards in a Super Bowl. T.O. and Corey Clement. How about that? A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, just the ninth pair of teammates in Super Bowl history to have 90 or more receiving yards in the Super Bowl.
Devontae Smith had 95 catches this year, 1,200 yards.
Dude. Well, Ravens got to get those guys for Lamar.
Got to get those guys. But they just need to change the scheme a little bit. Just a little more throwing the deep ball. So a little more less run heavy.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.